I'm here with another picks video. Um, I want to move on to the picks quick, but every time we make a picks video, we're gonna have this thing where we're gonna look at the profits, and here's the profits assuming you put in $10 per straight bet. As you can see, it wasn't super profitable because of those goofy, Chase Hooper money line, such a fluke KO, right? $21 even with those like upsets, still good profit, right? So we're gonna be billionaires by the year 2027. All right. So let's just go on with this card quick. It's really top heavy. It's really strange. Kind of profitable. We start off with Uran Sadibaldia versus this NPC. I'm gonna predict Sadibaldia, but I'm not gonna pick anything because this is an NPC fight. Just simply off the fact that these guys both lost their debuts. Literally have no idea who won or how good they are. But Uran Sadibaldiev, he lost to the better fighter in Martin Badai. So we move on. Do not care about this fight. Long Zhao versus Yusu Young. I'm gonna go with Yusu Young. I'm pretty sure he has 2 wins in the UFC against like okay fighters, and Long Zhao, I think he's just like one of those Rongju type of fighters where he's just like a marauder, just hits, swings big hooks, whatever. I think Yusu Young, I do rate like Korean fighters quite a bit just because I don't know, something about their technique. And Yusu Young, I think he looked pretty good in his last 2 fights. Still NPCs, but I'm gonna pick Yusu Young money line because I think the odds are pretty even. And I'm gonna predict Yusu Young by decision. Move on to Weston Wilson versus Yija. My God, I'm not picking Weston Wilson in 2025. I'm gonna go with Yija. He lost to what is that guy's name? Was it Gabriel Santos? And he had put up a pretty good fight against him. I'm pretty sure the line is actually pretty sided towards Yija, so I wouldn't put money on this fight. So I'm not picking anything, but I'm gonna predict Yija by early KO, just because Weston Wilson sucks ass. Michel Pereira versus Kyle Dawkins. I'm gonna go with Michel Pereira. I'm gonna pick Michel Pereira money line. Kyle Dawkins, God, he is just unexceptional as a UFC fighter. Like, what was his? He lost to Eric Anders, right? And Delidze, and he got like KO'd by them. Fucking Delidze in the first round. I'm sorry, I'm not picking Kyle Dawkins in 2025. Even though I think Michel Pereira is complete trash, I will still pick Michel Pereira just because he's fast, he has power, he has good submission ability. He just has no gas tank, and that's a pretty big thing. So Michel Pereira, money line. Rongju versus Austin Hubbard. I'm gonna go with Rongju. He had a really, really fun scrap with Cody Steele, and he was a pretty big underdog in that too. Austin Hubbard, a little bit one of those NPCs, turning 33 years old. Right, he lost to Markel Maderos. Right. Yeah, and he lost to Alexander Hernandez, which is it's okay, but he lost to Vince Pichel. Come on now. Rongju, pretty easy pick. He's a good fighter. He's strong. He's fast. He's got good power. Rongju, I'm pretty sure it's actually kind of hard to finish Hubbard, knock him out. So I'm going to go Rongju by decision. Okay, I don't know why this isn't the prelims. Not even a headliner of the prelims. Wow. Loner Kavanaugh versus Charles Johnson. I think this is pretty easy. Loner Kavanaugh, he's just a really good prospect. I mean, I don't know what to say. Charles Johnson, he's fast and he's got good cardio, and he's pretty good with the grappling, but I don't know, he's well rounded but just not elite anywhere. Whereas Loner Kavanaugh's good boxing, and he's got exceptional grappling, right? And Charles Johnson is he's getting older, especially at flyweight. He did knock out Joshua Van, but oh my God, that fight was a strange one. Like, I would call it a fluke KO, and I think it was like on its way to being a Van decision, like a classic 29-28 Van decision. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Loner Kavanaugh by decision. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Loner Kavanaugh by decision, and that's also my prediction. We move on to Gage Young versus Mahi Shate, another NPC. I don't think I could take Gage Young. He's 25, but he's like, I don't know, he fights like he's 30, at least. Mahi Shate, he had a good win against Steve Garcia, I believe. He's aging really well, especially because he's ranked. And he's lost to good fighters like Rafa Garcia, Borshev, and Mota. Those are fine. Those are fine losses. I think Gage Young, he's really hard to knock out. So I'm going to say Mahi Shate by decision is a pretty good pick. And I think he's just bigger. Like, he's got better, like a longer reach, and he's taller. I think this is a pretty possible win for Mahi Shate. So now we move on to Nuraji versus Kiefer Crosby. I don't even know who this guy is. Might have been like a Road to UFC guy, but I'm going to go with Nuraji, just off principle that I'm never going to put money on Kiefer Crosby. Nuraji money line. Kiefer Crosby's 35 versus 24-year-old. He's garbage. I don't know why he's still signed. Maybe it's nostalgia. I'm not sure. It's a pretty easy NPC fight to pick. So we got Sue Maderji versus Kevin Borjas. I like this fight. I think Kevin Borjas is actually very good, especially off that fight against Rodriguez. And I think Sue Maderji is like, he's a little bit overrated. You know, he's fast and he's got kind of overrated power. Kevin Borjas has got very solid like stand up. He's like, it's simple with the boxing, but it was able to ward off that fucking hype train of Ronaldo Rodriguez. I think Kevin Borjas is actually a pretty good underdog pick against Suma Derji. I'm gonna go with Kevin Borjas by decision. And we have Sergey Pavlovich versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. This is my main event. This is pretty easy. I'm gonna say Sergey Pavlovich will win this fight. However, I actually don't want to put money on this fight. I just don't think it's like, I don't know. Waldo Cortez Acosta, it depends on which Sergey Pavlovich shows up. If the guy that fought Volkov shows up, it's tough to see him win. But if the guy that fought everyone before Tom Aspinall showed up, he's gonna just knock him out the first round, right? It really depends on which Sergey Pavlovich shows up. I'm gonna go with no pick, but Sergey Pavlovich by knockout because I want to see him win. This is my real main event: Brian Ortega versus Jaylen Brown. I'm gonna go with Jaylen Brown. I actually really do rate Jaylen Brown's stand-up. Like, I think it's super underrated. He's got good kicks. He literally just fights against Piotr Yan and Sean O'Malley, and people just talk shit about it. Brian Ortega is pretty unexceptional with his just overall skill level. I don't know. He's got heart, he's got cardio, he's got good jiu-jitsu. What else does he really have? His stand-up technique, it's literally just because people are not at the same pace as him. And Aljamain Sterling, he's got okay cardio. He's gone 5 rounds. Not in a featherweight, though. And he's gone a very, very high pace with Movsar Evloev. And that win is aging very well. He's going to fight for the title, and he's #1 contender. Aljo took him to a really razor-close split decision. I think Aljo, especially in a 5-rounder, I think Aljo can literally just hold him. Because that's really just what he does. And I don't think Ortega has the ability these days to just get up nice and well and defend these takedowns. And especially in the stand-up, I think Aljo takes it pretty clearly. Ortega might do that left and right head bob thing, while he's zombie mode because he's taking so many shots in the round 4 and 5. So I'm going to go with 48-47 decision, Aljamain Sterling by decision. And we got my boy Zhang Mingyang versus Johnny Walker. I love this. I love Zhang Mingyang. Bro, he's going to be the GOAT of the sport. I'm gonna go with Zhang Minyang by round one knockout. That's my pick. Uh, I do think Johnny Walker has the ability to just do a goofy, like jumping knee or something like that and take his ass out. Especially because Zhang Minyang has been finished before. But Zhang Minyang's chin these days is actually okay. Like he does that stupid thing where he sticks his tongue out and he smiles when he gets hit by a big bomb, and then he just knocks everyone else out. Zhang Minyang, I mean, this fucking guy, he has like you could tell in the Anthony Smith fight, he had like very improved patience and stand up in the way his calf kicks were good, and he was very patient with the elbows, and he implemented his lead elbow a lot better too. I'm gonna say Jiang Minyang by round one knockout because Johnny Walker's striking defense is abysmal, right? Uh, yeah, so that was the full card. Pretty quick video. I'm not a big fan of this card just because it's so top heavy. It's an okay one. It's in China. It's at 3 a.m., so I'm not too sure if I'll even be watching it. And yeah, that's the full card. See ya.